Hi all, and welcome once again. We're now playing our choice of quarterfinals in the Cahill 3-man Super 3s event up in Rill. So in our choice for the quarterfinals here, we've got the Invincibles from Preston and District, and we've got Butchers from West Yorkshire. So two very good teams. No weak links. It should be an interesting match. So for the Invincibles in this first frame is Gareth Hibbert, who just broke. Those of you that were with us 15 minutes ago or so, you'll have seen Gareth just get beaten in the semi-final of the individuals event. And as we mentioned then, Gareth is the current number one on the IPA tour, and he's up against Shane Webster. Shane, part of the Webster dynasty, family of pool players, all very talented. A bit of a rash first shot from Shane. So it's going to be hard to second guess what Gareth's plan is here, because there's nothing particularly easy. The yellow that he's looking at, I'm not sure that actually parts. The one that's next to the red on the top there, so plenty of work to do. Well, he obviously thinks it does. It's very tight, that is. I'd like to have a referee on this shot. Somebody's woke Mel Harley up. Played it well. It's not a good position for Gareth. It's difficult. He's got awkward bridging where the cue ball's landed, so I'm not sure whether he can continue to go for the finish here or not. Well, I thought he might have just took the the bottom pocket there, cut his losses, but he's continuing to try and find the finish, so I'm not sure if he thinks the yellow that's next to the red doubles, or if he thinks he can get through to the potting angle on the first one. Well, it was very tight, but he almost did it, but it didn't go in. Good chance for Shane Webster now. I think he's probably going to pop the red into the right middle and go down the table, and then lay a snooker behind the red that's on the right side cushion. Would be my prediction for what he'll choose to do. You can see there where he's looking at where he will be able to leave the cue ball for when Gareth next returns to the table. He's not actually potting the first ball. I thought he would have potted the red into the right middle, then gone down the table and played the snooker behind that ball that he just hit, but Shane deciding to let Gareth see this yellow, knowing that he can't really do anything with it, and there's every chance that Shane will have a good opportunity after this shot from Gareth. It's very hard to see what Gareth can try and find here. I think he's just going to try and play the yellow down. I thought he was going to try and bump it where he's tried to make sure he's not leave Shane anything, but I thought he was maybe try and bump the red that the yellow's finished closest to, try and bump that onto the left side cushion, but Gareth content with just leaving Shane in an awkward place, but it looks like he can cut this red into the middle and develop his cluster of 3 bad balls. It's one shot and open the frame up for him. That's a shot, and he's played it, and he's got it, and he's still got a... I think he can still get through to the one into the middle. Yeah, he can get through to the one into the left middle. I expect that'll be his shot. He won't be able to play it and hold for the red at the top though, so he'll have to come back down the table on this shot, I think. Well, he has played it slow. He has. That's brave, that is. That's brave, because it makes it harder when you play the shot slow, but to be fair to him, he played it really well. So you'll see with the format at the bottom of the screen there that it's a best of 12. So if we do go to 6-all, then we're having a black ball shootout, which we mentioned earlier when Steve Webster was in the commentary box with me. So certainly be interesting if it goes that way. If it goes the distance, that was a bit of a poor effort from Shane, really. He'd be annoyed with himself there. He knows he's got a golden chance to take out the Preston team's main man in this first frame. It would be a good frame for the Yorkshire team to win, get off to a good start. As he's made it hard for himself here. He's got to make a decision now. Does he try and play the plant? He has very little way of being able to judge where the red will finish. Or does he play a containing safety shot? And where does he leave the white? I think probably bringing the white down onto this bottom cushion somewhere would be the order of the day, but I'm not sure what Shane's got in mind. Well, he played the attacking option, but he's left with a horrible shot into the middle. So I'm not convinced it was the right decision there from Shane. I think he could have just kept the pressure on Gareth, not really left him any shot on by keeping the white down on this bottom cushion, but Shane has kept chasing after the finish here, and now got to find a good shot. Don't think he'll be happy with himself with that hit either, so fairly easy safety shot for Gareth. If he gets a cue ball over to the right hand side of the table, then oh, wow, I don't understand that. Why didn't he play off the other side of the yellow and take the white ball over to the other side? Obviously felt there was some danger of leaving the red, so where he's left it, there's certainly no shot for reds, other than a very thin shot trying to leave the cue ball down the top end of the table. Oh, he's put the yellow on side cush. It's a good hit. It's a good shot. Unfortunately for him, his red's still tied up next to the black though. Well, Shane looking to see if he's left it. I think he may have done. It's tight. Gareth's having a good look there, seeing how much of the yellow he can hit. I think he can play it with a, maybe it might need a flicker side to throw the ball in. This is going to decide who wins the frame, this shot. And he could get to it. And Gareth, well, he's got away with this frame really. Should have lost it. Shane blew his finish. But it'll be Preston that take the 1-0 lead. The Invincibles. So next up for the Invincibles is Craig Day, and next up for Butchers is Steve Webster. Steve Webster to break. Well, there's a good break by Steve as well. There's a good break, but the white got kicked in. It went close to the middle pocket, and then another ball's kicked it in. So Craig Day's got white in hand. He's got a free shot, and the balls look very inviting here. With the free shot as well, he could go either colour. I think that reds look to be the order of the day. The red that's by the left middle pocket, that will be his last red. So I'll just be looking to take these other three out, and with the red over the left middle, that'll just leave him nicely onto the black. So it should be a 2-frame lead for the Invincibles. Craig just needs to judge this shot, make sure he leaves himself, well, preferably as straight as possible, or with the correct angle anyway, onto that second last red, and that looks absolutely perfect. So this should be a 2-0 lead. So in the first frame we saw Preston's #1 player, the Invincibles #1 player, should I say, Gareth Hibbert, and he managed to win his frame, albeit a bit of a let off. But then in this second frame we saw the Butchers, probably their main man, Steve Webster, and it looks like he's going to lose his first frame in the second frame of this game. So it's just this black now. And there it is, and the Invincibles take a 2-0 lead. So next up for Butchers is Jason Taggart, and next up for the Invincibles is Jason Hill. So good start for the Invincibles, and an important frame now for the Butchers. The fourth member of the Butchers team is the notorious Seb Webb, who is warming the bench, shall we say. Good old Seb, the cue case carrier. Well, Jason Hill there with the break, and he did similar break to Steve Webster. White straight into the middle. And good chance here for Jason Taggart. Good chance. Yeah, he's looking at the reds, and he's just looking at the area to leave the cue ball in to be able to come through the gap and pop the red that's closest to the black. And I think once that red's out the way, the rest of the finish looks pretty elementary. So I see our viewer count's gone up some more. Welcome to any of the new viewers. We're in Sunnyville on the north coast of North Wales, and we're playing in the Kenny Cahill Super 3s event. This is a quarter-final match, and the winners of this event win £3,000. So there's plenty to play for. There's Jason Taggart. He's coming through the gap and playing this red now. This is the only red that looks to be kind of awkward to get on, if you like, so that's why he wants to play it now. It's an important frame for the Butchers, important opportunity. And I've been joined in the commentary box by IPA superstar Lee Anderson. Lee's just finished giving out autographs outside and has kindly joined me.
And smashed in a carvery. So, how was this match started then, Andy?
Well, it's 2-0 to the Invincibles, and the Butchers, the team from Yorkshire, they kind of blew the first frame really. Shane Webster let Gareth Hibbert off, which they obviously can't afford to do. Got to take their chances, but they've got a real good chance here. These Reds they're all there, so he's making ultra careful, making ultra sure, but
yeah, he just needs to find a good angle on the red on the right hand side really. It's his only sort of little stumbling block, and could be a stumbling block. He's probably be looking to take that long, I imagine, into one of the corner pockets if he don't land nicely on it. This is what he might try and do here now. He's got this to the middle pocket, so he's got options he can take.
I think what he was intending to do, but he maybe just ran an inch too far, was he was maybe planning to just be able to drop that red into the left middle and play the red into the bottom right corner. I'm not sure, but now he's got to go on and off the top cushion.
He's got a lot of angle there, hasn't he?
This he looks to be A1 position.
Well, you say A1, but
I think he's sweet there. If he's straight on that, he's well happy.
I don't think he is straight, Andy. I think he's running towards the middle pocket with the white.
Well, if it's going towards that yellow on the left, on the right cushion there, then
he's going to be left.
It may be a bit awkward.
I mean, he can leave himself a shot on the red on the left if he runs this through, and he could use one of the yellows on the left hand side cushion as a stopper for the black to the middle pocket. You know, as a worst case scenario.
Yeah, he should still be able to get himself a shot on the black.
Looks like he's screwing back. Well, he wants to.
Not sure about screwing it. Not sure about screwing it.
It's tricky as well because he's so close to it, so he can't really get the follow through on the cue really. So he's going to do well to screw it up and down the table to get back on the red. So I think he should really bite the bullet and just run it through to the middle pocket, but he's screwing it. And he's missed the ball. Yeah. Bad shot selection that for me. So
it was not the only shot that he didn't pick right, to be honest with you. Picked a strange order there to take them out in. I don't know why when he put this red into the bottom left here he ran through. He should, if he'd have just taken it back, pick those three reds out a lot easier than what he did, but as we always say, it's easy to see it back here. Sometimes it's hard to keep thinking clearly when you're out there.
Yeah, especially under the lights and a few people watching. And we've got a decent setup here this weekend, so you know, can all be new to these players. Jason's trying to be a little bit. He's trying to be a little bit.
Was he trying to play it off the yellow?
Yeah, he's trying to play it off the yellow in the middle, and
he's missed both.
He's hit the only part of the shot where nothing happens.
Yeah.
You don't pot the ball and you don't hit the yellow. So,
yeah.
But again, he's not giving it a lot of thought really, and made sure that he's got that red over the O. So he's give Jason an opportunity to either go game or take control again. Am I a bit loud? No.
Not at all. Say if anything.
The opposite.
Yeah, talk louder.
Talk louder. So I think it's just been confirmed that it's.
I don't like that shot though, Lee. The shot that he's looking at. He's looking at rolling onto that and snookering.
Yeah, I don't think it's on.
It looks so likely that it's gonna leave the red to the to the left middle, doesn't it?
I mean, he's got a few other options.
Wow. Oh, it's a good shot.
Oh, is
where's
it?
the white?
It's rolling. It's bending. It's bending. Oh my god. Wow.
Right inside the jaws.
We've got Mel Harley that's looking at this board.
He's been known to have the odd roll, Jason Hill. He had a little touch there.
Well, he had a little less than a roll, didn't he?
He had a little touch there, didn't he?
Certainly did.
He'll tell us that he's just got the pace of the tables spot on,
Yeah.
no doubt. But we know different.
He's got, as tough as this looks, he's got half a chance to keep himself in this frame here.
Kind of playing the 3-ball plan slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
Try and getting this red somewhere near the bottom cushion. It's tough though, isn't it? But
It
there
is
a
tough,
chance.
but it's makeable.
Good
And
shot.
he's played it, and he's a bit unlucky there.
Does it go?
Yeah, it goes past the red.
Do you think the black goes past there?
It's definitely.
Yeah, it does look like it does.
Yeah,
It's
it will
quite
go.
close.
I mean, you'd want the white to be close to the black, but it should go comfortably.
Yeah.
All these
Just,
yellows
just
go
another
now.
half a roll and he'd gone favourite for the frame, hadn't
Yeah,
he?
definitely. So Jason's got a chance, but like I said last night, these middle pockets play tight, and this is
He's
not
looking for the finish.
Yeah, this is no gimme though.
Tough shot in the middle.
Got to be cautious with these. He's got it. Good shot. So now he's off and running now.
Did well to pot that at that pace, really.
He did,
in the middle,
yeah.
'cause they're not easy, though.
Yeah, okay. Like I say, I keep saying it.
You expect him to get these now.
Yeah,
Good chance for 3-0.
And that's
For-
massive.
for
Is
the-
this is best of 12 now, is it?
Yeah, best of 12 and then a shootout if it gets there.
Right, so take these out and they're halfway there to pretty much the winning line, aren't they? First to 7s, 3-0 up is a big lead. Obviously can be caught and leads can be erased.
Oh, they're going to get off to a good start
Yeah.
here, the Invincibles.
Just needs to make one good positional shot really, because the red above the black is just hampering his positional side of things really, but it shouldn't be an issue, but it's about the only stumbling block he's got in this finish. So it's going to be the yellow to the top left, and he's going to screw back for the yellow to the top right.
Both teams are looking to put themselves into the semi-finals and be just 2 matches away
No,
from
it's
the
going the other way.
£3,000 first prize.
Yeah. I won't be going this way, Andy. I'd favour playing this.
I'm with you, Lee, actually.
I mean, he's played a good shot there. He's left the right angle, but
I prefer playing them the other way round. You're
yeah,
guaranteed a shot
you
on the block,
guaranteed a
aren't
shot. If he lands straight on that yellow, then he's in trouble. He's got to land on the cushion then to play it down past the red, but he's
As it is, he's perfect.
he is perfect, so we'll let him off. So this black does go, but if you hit it into the cushion slightly and just a little bit wrong, it could stay over the hole. So he just needs to be careful, and he's not right behind it, but should be a gimme. And then he goes. So that's 3-0.
Yeah, it's 3-0, but it should be 2-1 to the Butchers, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, that should have been 2-1, but it's an important frame now for the Butchers.
Yeah, they need to take.
It
They need
looks,
to take at least 2 of the
it
next
looks
3
like
frames.
the... we're just have to see who the butchers send out for the second session.
So it looks like Jason Hill's staying out there for the Invincibles. He's a no frills type of guy. Is Jason? He gets the job done.
Jason Taggart's out.
Okay, so for the second session, Jason Taggart's been dropped out, and the bench warmer, Paul Webster, aka Seb Webb, is coming in. But he'll be third in the session anyway, so it's Shane Webster again. Shane made a mess of the first frame. He really had Gaz Hibbert beat and let him off, so it's an important frame now. Jason Hill stayed out in the arena, so he's back on again.
He's hitting well enough there, but
It's a decent break,
yeah,
but nothing down.
no.
Lots of players have struggled with breaking on these tables.
Yeah, well, you've seen a red tracking towards the middle pocket there, and a few tables they tend to go in on slightly bigger pockets. It gets sucked into the middles. With these, they tend to draw a little bit more, so get a few more dry breaks on these tables and on other tables. So Invincibles with another chance, and it's a decent chance because he's only got one bad yellow.
Yeah, and there's a ball by it to develop
Yeah,
it, so there is
so-
a decent chance there, isn't there? He's a
But-
very good player, Jason, as well. Been
He
around
is.
a long time, and
He
he takes his time and he's meticulous. But if anything, you could say he's a better player than he looks.
Yeah, because he looks awful, if we're honest.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to say that, but now
But
that
he's
you
my
have,
mate, so I can
now
say
you
that.
have.
Yeah,
he's always a difficult draw,
He
isn't he? You
is,
never really
yeah.
want to play him. He's always an obstacle, a
He
tough
is.
player to play.
Yeah, he's a good player, Jason. He does. He tries to play the right shots all the time, and if you do play the right shots all the time, then like you say, Andy, you are hard to beat. Like I said before, he's a no thrills player. You won't see him playing massive, extravagant shots, but he plays the correct shots, and that's half the battle in this game. But there you go, he's missed one. And he's let Shane in here.
Yep, it's a bad miss there, really, by Jason. Should have been getting that. Shane's got, I say Jed because he's got Jed Webb on the back of his shirt. But Shane's got that one problem area with two reds next to each other on the right hand side. It's not that easy to see how he's going to develop them from here. It doesn't look to be any sort of natural shots to be able to get to them, so...
Yeah, the red that's over the middle pocket is quite thin, really.
Yeah, you can't do anything with it other than just drop it in, can you?
No, I don't want to keep going on about the middle pockets, but they do make your shot selection change slightly, and you can't, unless he gets absolutely perfect on it, he can't really manufacture a shot to develop them two reds from that red. So that's what he's looking at now.
I just don't even think that shot's possible.
Do you not think so?
No, not on these tables. That shot's not on, I don't think. I think he should be looking at developing it off the red that's closest to the black.
He's played for it, and it looks a bit thin to me anyway. I don't think he needed
See,
to.
if he'd have played to stop the cue ball about 2 inches short of where he is now, he could play the red up into the top right and have that angle to try and develop.
Yeah.
I can't really see any other way of developing those two reds. So now...
He's pretty much dead straight on the red to the top corner.
Yeah.
He's running off slightly towards the right hand side with the white.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing he can really do with that.
But he hasn't got a lot of angle, and he's running out of options fast. So it's a good job we're not on the clock here, because this could take a little bit of figuring out. Because he knows that he has to try and go for something, because all the yellows go. He's under a bit of pressure. His team's 3-0 down. They're relying on him. So he needs to find something. I'm not completely convinced about this at the moment, but a couple of shots could change things. Oh, he's missed the ball. He can't be missing the ball. So Jason's got a decent chance now.
Well, if that had gone, he just
still
had
in-
nothing
yeah,
on there, did he?
no.
Nothing at all. He just hadn't. He spent a long time on the shot and he still hadn't made his mind up.
No,
and in the
he
end,
didn't
kind
really
of
know
just
what he
seemed
was
to-
doing, did he, really?
Got down and hit it.
Mm. So it looks like Jason is not taking the attacking option. Which he
He's
can
picking a safety shot out.
Yeah, he can be a little bit cautious sometimes, which is not a bad thing. So he's played the safety, he's opened the 2 yellows up, and
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah, it's
What
a
I
good
mean, what I
shot.
like about that safety as well is that even if Shane can get out this snooker, he can't do anything of any benefit to him
Yeah,
anyway.
well, I mean,
he probably can only really play for the probably only play for the red that's closest to the white now. As we look at the table, he can't. I don't think he can get to the 2 reds that are stuck together, which would help him if he could open them. So I think even if he hits that red that he's closest to, Jason's then got a great chance of the finish anyway. So
yeah, he's got a lot of work here. I mean, he's looking at coming off the top cushion now and playing a plant. Red in the middle of the table onto the red over the middle pocket, which is, you know,
well,
that's
he's
the
not
sign
in a
of
good
it.
position, is
No,
he? But the
that's
one
the
thing he
sign of it.
can't do is he can't give 2 shots away, can he?
Oh,
Well, as it happened, he actually
it's,
managed to open out that.
oh, he's just run on a bit. Yeah, I thought he got away with it slightly.
He managed to open those 2 reds out, so that's a bonus for him there.
Yeah,
I think he was playing to hit the other red myself, so
yeah. So these aren't dot to dot really. I mean, he should be getting them, but his first shot's a little bit. He's got a bit of
that
angle.
looks to be the one problem yellow for Jason.
Yeah.
Is the awkward one, if you like, the one that's closest to the right hand middle pocket.
Yeah. I mean, if he can land straight on this, the middle of the 3 yellows down the right hand side, if he lands straight on that, oh wow, well then, there we go. He did land straight-ish on it to the middle, but to the top, but he forgot to pot the ball. So here's a chance, and this needs to be taken. So it's red on the left-hand side of the 3. That one goes through the gap of the 2 yellows.
This is a really good chance now. It's important that they get these now.
It is. I mean, are you leaving this one over the top till last, Andy, or would you get rid of it sooner? Because
I don't really like getting from that ball to the
no,
black ball.
No.
It's probably just as good to get from it to the black as it is to get to anything else. If anything, it's easier to get to the black from that. So
Yeah.
it probably is your last ball on this occasion. Normally, I'd say,
No.
yeah, don't leave a ball that's right in the jaws like that to be your
What's he
last
played
ball.
there?
But
Oh, well, he's moved. He's moved to yellow, and he's left himself on this red at the top.
it's a big poke now up into the top left.
Does it? No,
Well,
it doesn't go past the
You
black.
don't think it
Andy.
goes past the
No.
black?
So he's got to take
Not sure.
his ball over the top corner now.
Right, well there you are.
I mean,
Well, he's
them
been
red-
forced to change his order.
He's played that shot to open up the pocket, but then reds did go.
He'll be happy with that.
Will he?
Will he?
Ooh. Let's have a look. Can we get a camera on
No,
that?
do you know what? It's ran on when he first hit it. This is close.
Oh,
We
it
can't
is
quite
tight.
see if he's on this.
We've not quite got the angle on this one. I think he's on it by his body language and the way he's looking around. He's on this. So I think he's only got one option though, and that's the top right corner with the next red. So I think he might have to just bend it slightly around the black, just a little bit aside, which is played. Oh, he's had a little flicker dreams, I think they call that.
Well, we'll give him benefit of the doubt there, mate, and say that was a good shot.
Yep.
To be fair.
Any thicker though, and he wouldn't have been on this red, but he's on it and just needs to screw out now. Oh. Just could have done with a little bit more there, but he's got a shot, so...
Yeah, he's playing to screw that over a lot further. He wanted the black in the middle.
Yeah, but he'll settle for this. Just needs to cue it in. And it scrapes in off the near knuckle.
Well, it's an important frame for the Butchers.
And that might breed a bit of confidence for him now.
Team from West Yorkshire, they had to start this second session well. That's what they've done. And now out comes Papa Webb.
The big
Stevie
dog.
Webster, who didn't get a shot in his first game.
Got dished, did he, Andy?
He lost to Craig Day. He put the white went in off the break and he didn't get back to the table. So,
Right.
it's the star man from either team playing each other in this second session. It's Gareth Hibbert for the Invincibles.
And it looks like it's Gareth's break.
He struggled with the break on this table.
I haven't seen that before.
He played his singles match and he put the white in. I think it was 3 or 4 times. Definitely 3 times.
He come up dry twice as well, he was telling me. I was going to say backstage then. So he had 3 in-offs and a couple of dry breaks. Can't afford to do that against someone of Neil's class.
Well, to be honest, Neil really struggled in the match.
Yeah.
Neil wasn't at the races at all.
But
if it wasn't for the breaks,
that's it.
Gareth would have won comfortably.
But if you're not making balls off breaks, Andy, you're going to struggle to win pool matches.
I do.
So, it looks like it's going to be yellows for me. There's not much in it. They're both quite an open set of colours, but I think yellow's just about favourite. He's just looking at this yellow into the middle pocket. And he just wants to clear that one out of the way because the yellow behind it, below the red.
Go on, I'll put you on the spot here then, Lee. Is Gaz getting these?
Yes.
Well, we'll put that down to commentator's case. First shot and it's gone wrong.
Sorry, boys.
They are the sort of finishes that we're so used to seeing Gaz get, because we look at it, well, it's difficult and he makes it look so easy. So,
yeah.
But possibly not at his best this weekend.
No, but he's still consistent, though, isn't he? And he still gets to these semis and finals. And even when he's not on the top of his game, he's still doing well.
He's hardly lost a match in the last 6 months, so I think sometimes maybe people's expectations can be a little bit unfair. But
I think it was a bit of a poor shot, though. Coming that side. I mean, he's ended up coming down the wrong side of the table for me. I mean, he's tried to...
But that's what we talked about in that last frame, where you don't want to have to cue a ball out of the jaws of the pocket like that. It's very hard to control the cue ball, so... He's actually still favourite for the frame, no bad looks of it, although Steve will be looking to try and develop the red and yellow next to the middle pocket.
Yeah.
If he can go after that straight away, then
I think if that red, there's a red and a yellow near the middle of the table together. I think if that red was a little bit higher up the table, then it would lend itself to playing a cannon off the yellow near the middle and potting it and being able to develop it. But I think it's just a little bit low with the way that these middles play for it to. He might be able to cannon it off the yellow.
If he cannons into it, whether the yellow goes in or just moves out the way, it'll still open the frame up, won't it?
Yeah, but I
But
don't
he's got
think
too
he
much
can-
angle to play it on this first shot, hasn't he?
Yeah. But he can get to that point, but it all depends how hard he can play it, Andy. Because if he can't,
Stop. It's just ran on. He wanted it to stop 2 inches shorter, so he had the angle to screw
to
up.
screw up the table.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough shot to land the cue ball on a sixpence like that, which is what he needed to do. Now it's.
So now he might be looking at the shot that I suggested. But
what was that, Lee? So
it's the red and yellow in the middle of the table. You can play the red off the yellow into the middle pocket and open it up. But I'm saying that if the red was a little bit higher,
yeah,
it
I
would
don't
make
think
that
that
shot.
shot's on, is it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But he can
Yeah.
still maybe manufacture it enough to take it down the cushion after. If he can just flick it in off the yellow. It's a tough shot, but I don't really see what sort of option he's got at the moment.
Maybe he'll take the red that's up into the top right as we're looking now and give himself that better angle to go back to playing the way the option he wanted to play.
But,
He's such a good cueist. You know he'll probably make that pot up into the top right and he could give himself the right angle then.
He's just looking at that now. So he's looking at a couple of options. He's looking at my option. He's looking at Andy's option. So let's see what he chooses. Looks like it's going to be Andy's. Nope. Could be mine. He's coming back for it.
Well, I like that shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
He's a bit unlucky actually. He's just
overdone
just
it.
ran on that extra 4 or 5 inches.
So I suggested he needed that red near the yellow a little bit higher, so he's trying to use this red, which is higher, to play off this yellow into the middle pocket and bring his bad red out. So here we go, and he's hit it thick.
He's opened it up for Gareth. It was tough. If it had stopped 4 inches shorter, then it would have been easy. But
I think he seemed to rush that a bit for me then, Andy. You know, he spent a lot of time deliberating what was the right shot.
I think
he played the shot and he got it right to an extent, but he left himself a bit too much angle, and I think the shot deserved a little bit more.
The thing about Steve though is that if he's got different options, then he will take his time if he's not convinced himself as to what the right option is. So like the previous shot, he did take his time on it, but then on that shot he actually knew straight away, even though he wasn't perfect on it, he knew he still had to play that shot. He knew it was the right shot. So he's not one for taking time for no reason, if you like. You see some players, they need 45 seconds to compose themselves before playing a shot. Steve's not really in that bracket at all.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a similar player. I mean, but I think there's certain shots in a frame where they just need a little bit. Yeah, that was the key shot to winning the frame there, and just it's not going to cost you. It's not going to cost you anything if you take a little bit more time just studying it and making sure you get it right, because you just seem to rush it slightly. But this is not an easy shot. This is not easy.
It's no gimme, this, mate.
No, it is not.
No gimme into these middles.
And the red is further away from the pocket than you think. It won't go in off the red, I don't think. So this needs to go in clean for me. And it's a tough shot. It's not easy by any stretch. So it's going to take good cueing, and he's just off the cushion with a white. And it's nowhere near. It's nowhere near, so he's back in the frame.
It's not the worst outcome there. There was
No.
it knocked. He played it in a way where it was knocking Webby's red down dead onto the cushions. So
So I don't think he's not got too many attacking options. I don't think, Andy. I think he's struggling to find an angle. If he wants to try and play a developing shot, he might be able to run round the back of this red, just flick this in and come round the back of it like that. And if he comes high enough, that's a great shot.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
That is a great shot.
Left himself a chance.
He has given himself a chance. It was a very good shot, that. I was just about to suggest it, and he's beat me to it. So he's played a good shot there. So it's important now. He's studying it a little bit more now.
The key to that shot that he played there as well, he was not only judging the path but getting the weight perfect, so that he left himself this angle.
Yeah. He's played it. He's a tad. He could.
Do you know what though? I think he might be able to play a good safety here. If he can, if he can play red onto the yellow and move the yellow away from that middle pocket, and leave a snooker, then he.
I don't think he can get the yellow away from the pocket because he needs to hit a cushion. So the yellow's gonna.
The yellow will go to the far jaw.
Yeah, so he can.
Jaw.
That's it.
Well, he's left it, but.
Yeah, he couldn't really get it super safe, but he's done enough to. I mean, they've both got 3 balls left each now, so
yeah,
there's not much in it now.
No, it's in the balance.
I mean, always in these situations, if a finish breaks down, then you'd obviously want more balls on the table. It's not like when you play in the pub and my daughter say to me, "Dad, who's winning?" and I'll only have 2 balls left, and she'll have 5 balls left. If you're in a safety battle, you want as many balls as you can on the table.
Have you learned safety? Have you, Lee?
Well, I've been trying, Andy.
Have you? Right.
Been known to play a couple of safety shots recently.
I remember being the same. I played my dad when I was a kid, and he'd have 6 balls left, and I'd be on my last ball, and I'd be laughing to him that I was winning, and he'd have his 6 later over the 6 pockets, and he'd be laughing back at me.
Yep, we've got to start somewhere, mate. So Steve's looking at these reds now, and Gareth put them 2 yellows together up the top. I think they both go just. So, and there's no obvious sort of hiding spot. If he flicks off the red that he's closest to, chances are he's going to knock the other yellow out, which he doesn't want to do at this point. And he's got a chance of leaving a yellow onto the top pocket. So he could be taking this on and playing the attacking option. And I think he has left it on.
You could see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's done well not to bring the other yellow out and keep it as tied up as possible, but it does go.
He'd just be a bit disappointed with where his 2 reds have gone.
Yeah.
If the reds were in the open, then it puts the pressure on.
So Gareth's got a chance here, but he needs to play a good positional shot. The yellow next to the red will go in 2 pockets. It will go in the bottom left pocket, but you want to be landing on that in such a way because it's a little bit tricky. And I think that it just goes to the top right. Does it, Andy? Can you see from there?
The yellow, yeah, it does go into the top right if he can get on it.
Yeah, so
he's never playing it fair shot, I don't think.
No. So that yellow does go in 2 pockets. So he'd be disappointed if he didn't take these out from here.
He's not left himself a natural angle by the looks of it.
No. So he's looking now. He's pointing his cue. He's looking at coming twice across the table, and tracking towards that red that's on the side cushion. And if he gets anywhere near that red on the side cushion, that's going to leave him a shot. But he needs to be a little bit wary of the middle pocket.
Though. It's hard to judge the cushions on shots like this as well.
They seem to straighten up a little bit more, Andy, as well.
On these Sams, they do, yeah.
So he needs to get quite close to the middle for me. That's a good shot.
Wow,
that's a great shot.
What a shot.
That's awesome.
World class there. Yeah. World class.
Judged that to perfection. So he's got the angle just to screw this in about 6 inches. Just like that.
Well,
And that's the
Stevie
difference,
Webster
Andy.
be disappointed there, but Gareth pulled out the shot of the match so far.
And it's a big shot at a big time, really.
Big players come up with the big shots in the big moments.
So it's given a commanding lead now again. Could have quite easily been 3-2 there.
4-1 lead in a first to 7. So next up for the Invincibles is Craig Vegas Day. And for the Butchers, it's the bench warmer, Paul Webster. Can the substitute pull something out the bag? Get his team back in the game? It's certainly a big frame for the Butchers.
It's not a nice time to come in as well, Andy, is it? It's
no. Well, there's lots at stake. Lee, they're playing for £3,000.
Yeah, it's a big prize, and you've just seen your captain come off for, and your star player just come off the back of getting beat as well, after having a few chances. So, it's a big time for him to come in and playing for quite a few pound today, and there's a lot of prestige in this tournament. We've got a decent setup here today. It's been really well run, and we've got brilliant streaming guys here today that are doing a fantastic job for us all. So, these are big moments in this match for these now. If they don't win this frame, I can't see them winning the match, to be honest with you. They need to stay in contention. I mean, I know one frame pull can change things, but it's a big lead. And
the event as well, it's the first year that it's been run. It's actually been started in memory of Kenny Cahill. So the event's been named after him. And I'm sure both teams would love to get their names on the trophy. Kenny was much loved in the Blackball world. Used to help with setting up the tables at all the events. Stevie Webster was telling me a few stories about him while we were commentating on the last match.
He's a good guy, Steve. Nice guy.
Yeah, one of the game's great characters, Stevie Webster is.
So
it makes events having players like him around, to be honest.
Yeah, I've just started speaking to him recently, a couple of events, and he seems a really nice guy.
He's someone that just seems to oh my word. Wow. He's someone that just seems to enjoy life, does Steve. Whatever you see him, he's laughing and happy. But the Butcher's substitute's making a right mess of this one, Lee.
Well, he's butchered it.
He has butchered it, literally.
I don't really know what shot he was planning on there.
No, I don't think he did.
He's just sort of played a shot, and
it's not billiards. I think he was trying to follow the white in there.
I don't think he sort of expected the yellow to go in.
His dad's shaking his head in disbelief. He can't believe that he's raised his son to play a shot like that. For those of you that know Paul, aka Seb Webb, he likes to give it out, so he won't mind that he's getting a bit back.
So he's looking at the Evans now. He knows that he's.
I can't believe how unlucky he was where he landed.
Yeah, he's getting a bit of there's a bit of pointing and gesturing going on from his teammates now. And
yeah, his mum's here as well. She'll be growling at him.
So I think Craig just keeps this tight now. Doesn't play anything silly. And he's got a good chance. I mean, Seb's not in a bad position yet, but he's still got. He's still in with a chance in this frame, but he's up against it. But anything can happen. So
just while we get a chance, we just ask you all if you wouldn't mind sharing the link on your Facebook page, so that we can share the free pool today with as many people as possible.
Yeah, just copy and paste.
I
the
know I've
link.
asked a couple of times, but I'm sure that you just ignore me, so I'll just keep asking until you actually do it. You've got lots of people giving up lots of time to bring this event to you today, so if you can just take 15-20 seconds to post a link on your Facebook page, it would be appreciated.
We can try and spread it far and wide. This is what we're all about. In IPA, we want to.
I'll be honest with you, Lee, I really think that I'd like to see the shot clock on these matches here. I think.
Well, to be honest with you, Andy, I don't understand why it's not. I mean,
I don't either.
We've got Mel Harley's been here all
here.
morning. He stood over in the corner of the room at the moment, and I don't know why he's not involved in reffing the matches, because it's a long schedule today for.
Exactly, and we need to get through the matches, and I don't understand it either, to be honest, but.
So he's got a little window here. He might be able to get this yellow through the gap and get it over the O. So I think he's got to try and get this yellow through the gap here, Andy. He's looking at another shot. So he's brought his bad yellow out, and he's played a decent shot, but it's not really put Craig under any sort of pressure. But I mean, Craig's looking at this cut to the middle pocket, but I think the white's going to be tracking close to the corner pocket, so I don't think that's an option. So I think he's looking to attack here. He's going to try and put this in the middle, which he hasn't done, and he's given him a great opportunity. So, like I said to you before, he wasn't completely out of the frame, and he's bought himself another chance.
No, he's been let back into it, hasn't he? I mean, I'll be honest with you now, Lee. Safety play isn't Craig Day's strength. I played with Craig a few times, had a few sessions, and he can possible and take his finish, but he doesn't really do the safety play at all, and it's let him down. It showed up there because he was well ahead against Paul here, and he's let Paul back in with another chance. Yeah,
it's poor shot selection. I mean, if you're going to take a pot on like that, which is more than missable, then you've got to have a contingency plan if you're going to miss it, and you've got to leave that white ball safe. You've got to think, well, I can take this on and leave it safe, and if you don't manage to leave it safe, then there's no point in taking it on, such a difficult shot. So, by rights, he deserves to lose the frame now for playing such a bad shot selection in my eyes, but that's gone wrong. I can't believe he's played that shot like that. We've got a bit of head shaking going on around the arena at the moment. It's a poor shot. So you can see Steve Webster there He's played a good shot there. Oh, wow. And that's just hung over the pocket. That is literally inside the pocket. I can't believe that's not gone in. He was so close. You could see.
No reason for it, though, was there? There was no reason to play it like dead weight or like that. You could just make sure the pot.
Yeah.
And it's another frame that they should have won and probably won't do now.
Yeah, so this leaves Craig in his comfort zone as it was. This is what he enjoys doing, is just potting balls, so you can't see anything going wrong from here. And all of a sudden, the old commentator's curse. I'll just keep doing this all day and we can watch some terrible pool. So...
I don't know what he was playing there.
Well, he's tried to drop it in, Andy, and hold for the far right red. Sorry, the far right red. He was trying to hold on to that, and he's just ran past. The point was no return.
He just didn't need to play to be trying to land it
well,
on sixpence.
He could have come. He could have come down the
right
table.
Down into this area, and he's on any of the four reds.
So there we go. The third chance in this frame.
Doesn't make sense.
Third chance in a frame. Wow. So needs to get this right. This isn't easy. When they're over the pocket, they're not easy. And he's made a hash of that as well.
I can't believe he's played for the skill shot here. He's not played for the skill shot, has he, Lee?
No, he hasn't. No. If he has, he's a better player than me and you.
Can't wait to cue that in. But I don't like this shot.
And the problem he's got, Andy, is that if he takes it to the middle pocket, the Reds are making this bottom bag a big pocket as well.
It's so hard to avoid the in off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's horrific. Well, he did well there. He did as well as he could do, to be fair, Lee.
He pulled out a very good shot, but he's still left in a... I mean, can he get it over
all
the hole?
All he could do was jack it up and screw away and avoid those reds, and that's what he did, so...
You're looking down the line of
it's
this
really...
shot. It's tight, isn't it?
It's really tight.
I mean,
he might be able to slide in off the jaw if he can get it. Well, he looks like he's hit it well. Yeah, he's hit it well. So the substitute pulls one out the bag.
Needed 3 chances, but doesn't matter. He still gets him 1 point. And 1 point is all he needed. So they're back to 4-2. I said it could have been 5-1. It should have been 5-1. But it's 4-2 in the back, innit? So they'll be over the moon with that. They don't care how they win these frames at the moment. It's all about winning. We can't always play pretty pool. Sometimes it's a scrappy affair, and that was a scrappy one. Both had chances to win the frame, and both let them go. So we'll move on to the next one. And the pressure's going to be building and building now with every shot, every frame that goes by. You know, there's a big moments for a few of these players. You got some experienced players in there, but you've also got a few players in there that, you know, not in these situations a lot of the time. You know, they still play in situations like this, but
you probably put Craig into that bracket, but he'll be kicking himself there, won't he?
He knows.
They were just sat there, weren't they?
And the thing is now, Andy, is he knows he's made that mistake, and he's straight back on again now. So that can work both ways for you.
Exactly. He's probably not.
He's stood there now, and he's wandering around. He's looking at the floor. He's thinking, "Oh my God, what have I done? I've made a massive error there. I could be going on to put a 6-1 up now." you know, and now he's got thoughts of possibly 4-3 if they lose this one. So I'm going to put it out there now. I'm going to put it on the line and say this is going 4-3 because I don't like the way that Craig's.
He can be a player that gets bogged down with negativity.
Yeah.
You know, once something goes wrong, he lets it spiral.
So
Instead of just kind of taking stock. You know, I think it's a good shout.
he just needs to compose himself. He's slowing it down a bit. If he can get a ball offensive, he's made a ball.
It's a great break.
It is a great break.
Yeah, it's a monstrous break. And if the black goes past the yellow into the bottom right corner,
well, I
then
think we'll
these
just get a
reds
picture of that now. If we can have a look at this black
we can
to
have
the
a look
bottom
if the
right
black
corner,
goes into the bottom right corner.
which I think it does. I think it comfortably goes.
Well, he's nominating the reds, so we can only assume that he's looked at it and thinks the black does go into that bottom right.
So
yeah, we see it. If you look at that camera angle
yeah,
there,
it goes comfortably.
we see the black flies in. So this is a good chance for Craig.
Again,
he'd be delighted with this. He'd be delighted with that.
Yeah.
Get rid of this red now that's on the black spot. And the frame's at his mercy.
Yeah. It's just about picking the right order from now, isn't it, Andy?
I think it's but once you get rid of this, I think it's kind of pretty natural, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was pretty natural in the last one, and he managed to take him in the wrong order and run out of position. So I think getting rid of this red now sort of helps itself because he can land anywhere on the left-hand side of the table for the black, then anywhere near the middle pocket on the left, sort of. That's comfortable for the black. So get rid of this red. And then these two. He's going to take this one in the middle next, I imagine. That's what I'd be taking. If he doesn't land straightish on this to one of the middle pockets, then it can become a little bit tricky. I don't like if I'm on that red in the middle of the table, I'm taking it early because it's so easier to play position from a ball near a pocket.
He's dead straight, isn't he?
Now it's
he's dead straight.
Yeah, I think he's running away slightly. He's not.
All he can do is probably.
See, this is my point.
Back a little bit.
You know, it can be so hard to land on balls to middle pockets.
What's he doing?
He's running it off the cushion, and now it's become a missable shot. He should get it. There's no reason why he shouldn't get it. But that's again through poor shot selection.
It's easier. I think it's easier to make this ball when you're 5-2 up. It is 5-2, isn't it?
It's 4-2.
4-2 up.
4-2. He should get it. No reason why he should miss it. But that's the pressure building, Andy. And it's the pressure through playing bad shots, poor selection in shots. For me, leaving that ball in the middle of the table to land on it in the correct angle to get to the black is a lot harder than playing a ball near a corner pocket.
Yeah.
And being able to use cushions.
Use the cushions, guarantee yourself a better shot on the black,
obviously,
rather than have to land it.
Rather than having to land absolutely perfect to get on your ball, which he's not done. Now he's put himself
making
in.
the game as easy as you can for yourself.
Of course.
Craig's made it difficult for himself there. He won't be happy with that effort at the black though.
No, it was a mile away, wasn't it?
Blackpool mile.
Let's not get into the Blackpool-Preston rivalry. It's a bold effort. It's a bold effort. Now we're going to see if he's confident now. Is he going to go for these, or if he's not feeling confident, he can just tuck up behind the yellow on the left-hand side cushion.
Delicate shot that, isn't it?
It is.
So it's sort of shot that if it catches a finger mark and goes off, you kick yourself for playing it, but doesn't mean it's the wrong one.
So he's going for these now. This is it. He's the ball down the rail. I imagine it's going to possibly be his last ball. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd want to get rid of the yellow at the top end, the yellow at the bottom end, and then get on the yellow on the side cushion so you can just drop that in and leave the yellow over the middle. But I mean, he needs correct angles to get to there. I don't think he's quite right, so I think you're going to see him. Yeah, I think that's what he's tried to do, and I think that's what he had in his mind, but he wasn't quite right on it to do that, Andy, was he?
I don't know. I just at a bit of a loss here. Why? He should have. His priority should have been going after this yellow on the cushion straight away.
Yeah.
If he wasn't going to do that, play your shot.
Well,
and
that's
just
it.
play that little snooker. Don't pot the 3 yellows that are your safety net if you need it.
He needed to do it early, or it needs to be his last ball on the black, really. And I think that's what it's got to be now. It's got to be.
He's good on it. He's good on it.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, on these tables, this is a nice shot.
Yeah, he'd like to be straight on it though when he's just rolling it down the cushion.
But you just make sure.
Because it's a little bit twitchy. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, we're going 4-3 now. Barring a minor miracle. Wow.
It was a close one. That black nearly jumped back out. Wow. I'd love to see a replay of that black there.
I said before this frame started, I fancied it to go 4-3. And I hate being
close,
right.
And the pressure frame for Jason Hill now for the Invincibles.
We're going to find out in the next few frames if they can live up to the team name, because we're under a bit of pressure now, Andy. It happened to us yesterday in our team event. We were 4-1 up, first to 5, ended up losing 5-4. So, anything's possible, and they're back in it now. Tails are up.
Yeah, and
Steve
it's
Webster's
first to 7
on.
in the knockout stage, isn't it, Lee? So
yeah, so they've got a little bit more of a.
It's still everything to play for. Here, 4-3, nothing in it. Momentum a little bit with the Butchers. Butchers star man on now.
You can just see they just perked up a bit now.
You fancy Webby for a finish here and 4-all.
Needs a ball though.
There you go. Good break.
Come up dry.
Down.
So he's dry.
He timed that break really well, actually. Just nothing down.
So I think I'd say reds slightly, but all the yellows. Let's see this yellow down the bottom. I'm actually looking at the table itself instead of the screen in front of me. So it is yellows. I can get on this one on the cushion instantly. That's the ball he should be going for next. Screw this back. Why so hard? You got the angle just to get on that ball straight away, Andy. So Jason's going. I think that's what he's played. He's just overscrewed it, hasn't he? If anything, he wanted to be on the outside one of the 2 yellows down the cushion, and then possibly the one on the cushion.
Yeah, it's still a good chance here, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. But he just needs to. He's he's made a hash of a pretty simple positional shot, Andy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just over-screwed it.
The middle pocket's the danger with this shot, isn't it? Coming
Yeah,
close
but I think
to
he's
the
going to
middle.
take the one over the top after it, is he? Oh my God, what is going on?
Come on, Webb.
And it's all falling to pieces at the moment. So I'm looking so comfortable after Gareth.
It's catching. It's catching though, isn't it? The pressure of team pool.
Yeah.
We're seeing balls missed by a country mile. If you'd have tripled the size of the pocket, that's still missed.
He needed a dustbin lid there, Andy, didn't he? And it's crazy, isn't it? What the pressures of this team.
I've seen it all at one frame pool, mate. Believe me, I've seen it all.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So Webby comes to the table. He must be absolutely over the moon.
Yeah.
So he's just
fair shots.
yeah.
If
He's
he
like
could pot and screw back, he'd love
yeah.
to
He's
be
a
able
bit
to
straight
play
though,
that.
isn't he?
But that's the problem. On these tables,
You can't do that.
You can't do it, can you?
No.
So he's had to go a different way now. I reckon this shot's tight into that top left corner now, and he's probably thinking, well, it's going to have to be in or over.
In or over will do me.
He'd like this in, but it's good.
I think he's going to flick the yellow next to the red as well.
Yeah.
And if he hits that like that,
Great shot. Oh. Yeah.
that's not
He
bad.
judged the cannon nicely, but I had a feeling that red was really tight though.
Jason's got an opportunity here because this red isn't over the hole, and if you play the,
I don't think he can get a yellow inside that red.
I think he can. I think he can, Andy. I think there's enough room there to get a yellow inside there. Definitely.
Well, it looks like Jason agrees with you, because that's definitely what he's playing for.
And
sometimes these camera angles can be deceiving, can't they? So it didn't look like there's any room there, but
there's
Jason,
definitely a chance
Jason
now.
looks like he's pretty convinced that there is.
Yeah, he's got a chance here now, Jason. It's all about. I mean, the only problem is he needs to land on a ball after he's potted the one up the rail, which he can do because he can land on the one to the bottom right pocket. So if he runs this one into the middle, and the other issue is once he's played this yellow to the middle, he's going to have the yellow up the cushion, but he needs to make sure that he hits it with enough pace to push the red out of the way, because if he dollies it in, the red's going to still block the pocket for the yellow at the top end of the table. So he needs to push this in with a little bit of pace to open the pocket up. But he can't afford to hit it with too much pace because he could miss the pot then. So this needs to be played right. Medium weight.
Yeah, I knew it never went. Never any doubt. To be fair, he's still in a decent position there now.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't go, but he's got full control there. The red that he's bumped away from the pocket, I'm almost certain that won't go back inside the yellow Jason's put there, so it'll take something special from Webby here. It wouldn't surprise me if he tried a skill shot, because he is really good at them.
Have we seen many of them this weekend, Andy?
Well, actually, I put the mockers on Stevie in his singles this morning against John Chambers. I said that Steve's one of the best at the skill shots, and he is one of the best for sure. And he missed 4 in a row. So, but that was Sunday morning. Sunday morning bleary eyes, shall we call it? Now he's probably woken up a bit. Sunday afternoon, come back round. But maybe that's not his plan. I don't know what his plan is here.
Well, I think he might just be covering the pocket here.
Yeah, maybe just a bit of a safety shot. Good shot. It's a good shot there from Steve.
So Jason can only see one yellow.
He's acting that he's kind of reacted there like he actually wanted to pot that ball there, but
I mean, this
What
yellow.
was his plan? If he had potted
I
the
don't. I
red
don't
there?
really know.
Oh.
But it was the right shot for me.
They're saying he got. I think it's the right shot. When you're that straight, there's nothing you can do. You've got to
No.
just accept. You can't do anything with a cue ball.
Yeah.
On these Sam Leisures, you can't punnel them in with screw back or pinch a pocket or
And
anything like that.
the thing is here, Andy, is that the yellow over the top left-hand pocket isn't over the pocket, as you can see there.
It's not, but the red that is actually on the bottom cushion. I don't think that would go past it.
No, but the thing is, he can only hit the yellow at the top end of the table on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
And if he doesn't hit it right,
yeah.
if he goes for it, he's going to free the red
He's
up.
going to free the red, and
And if he doesn't hit it right, he could open the pocket up as well. So
he's got to play it very positive, hasn't he?
yeah,
If he does play it, he's got to really
he's
play
got to fully commit.
it like that.
And he's played
Like
a great
that.
shot. That's a great
It's a
shot.
real good shot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
good
it was.
shot.
So he's given himself a chance now.
He has. He's going to be down. He's going to be trying to come down for the yellow into the left middle after this shot,
Yeah,
isn't
definitely.
he? So his last ball's going to be the yellow that's on the left side of the table.
Near the red. So he wants to come down. He wants to be anywhere near the. He's not hit it.
He's
He's
short.
well short. But it's not. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think there's a natural angle here, Andy, to come round the back of the red and come back up towards it.
I'm not sure. That's definitely not natural. I mean, you could do it, but it's tough. I think more likely he'll just
It's
go
natural
into
for
the red.
me, Andy.
It's more
It
likely
only-
he'll just go
yeah,
into the red and hold, isn't it?
Well, yeah, he could do, but you're leaving yourself a harder shot. It was.
I back
for me.
myself to make these
No.
harder shots.
Yeah, no, but if he screws that in with a trace of right hand side, he can screw past that red off two cushions and come up behind it and leave an easier shot. It was an easier shot to play what he's just to play the shot I've just suggested.
Yeah.
Than
he
this
was-
shot right
Yeah,
now.
but he did the shot he played. He didn't play it how he wanted. He wanted to be better than this.
Well, yeah, but
He misjudged it.
But it was an easier shot. Now he's got a harder shot. I don't. Wow. Well, he's on it.
We got
He's
hold
played
of
it great.
that.
He did. He cued
Got
it very
hold of
well.
that. That was a
You
good
don't really
pot,
see
wasn't it?
Jason Hill cueing balls,
That was a
but he's
good
cued
pot.
that one.
This is pot to the middle.
Oh, good shot. Good shot.
Well, he did do well there.
He did. Done very well. Well done,
We
Jason.
fancied it was going to go all square then,
Mm,
but
yeah, he's
pulled
done
out
well
a good
there.
one.
Yeah, he's steadied the ship from there, hasn't he, Andy? There's a little bit more
And now
of a...
it's the dependable Mr. Hibbert. So that was an important frame
Massive. Big,
for
big,
the
big
Preston
frame.
Invincibles.
There's a good shot into the middle pocket.
Yeah, not easy then.
No, no.
On these tables.
No, not at all. I don't want to keep banging on about the middle pockets, but they are. They're
But the only
nasty.
reason why I kind of mention them is just so that the people that are watching at home that haven't played on them
Yes,
understand that
understand.
shots that they normally see that they think are gimme shots, they
Yeah.
actually, they
Yeah.
are actually
I
difficult
mean,
shots.
if you look at this, if you can just look at that middle pocket now when Mel's racking the balls up.
It's tiny,
the-
isn't it? It looks
it's-
daunting.
it's the cut. It's the slate as well. Is cut. If you look at other tables like
It's cut so
Supremes, for
so
example.
far into the pocket.
Yeah,
isn't it?
there's just you can't see any of the pocket. It's ridiculous. And to play them shots into the middle is just
The white
terrific.
stayed out. He's put the white in so many times today. It's unbelievable. But the white stayed out there. However,
Chance on reds.
chance for Paul Webster now.
Well, I say reds.
He had
I think no, I'm going to say yellows here and play the plant first shot.
Do you think he can?
Yeah,
If he can,
that's
then
the shot.
if he can, then it's a frame winner probably.
Yeah, that's the shot, and that's the shot he's taking. He's going to plant the red onto the yellow. Just needs to miss the black. That's a great
good
shot. Right.
There's a good chance.
Yeah,
now,
it is a very good chance. I think he's going to have to play one more decent positional shot. He's got a little bit too much angle on this yellow to the top right pocket. looking at the plant. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this shot. He's got it. He's got it. Well, I suppose if we all played the game the same way, it'd be a bit boring. So
It's the one awkward yellow, isn't there, Lee?
Yeah.
It's up the top end, the one that's kind of in the middle of the
Yeah.
table, at the top end of the table.
yeah, I think he's going to screw into this red now, is he? Yep, that's a shot. And this has just gone a little bit awkward now.
To be fair, he's unlucky there.
Yeah.
Isn't he? He is unlucky there.
But
I don't know if he can get through to the yellow at the bottom. Doesn't look like he can, so he's going to have to play the thin cut.
Yeah.
The yellow he's
I
closest
mean,
to.
it's not too bad, is it? I mean, he should get it. It's missable, but he should be getting
I
it.
think
I
it'll
think-
go in or over.
Yeah.
It-
Oh yeah. It's
probably
going to
a
be
good
over
chance
the
it'll
hole.
Be over the bag, but
But if he
it's
gets
where
a
the
bad
cue
flick,
ball
he
goes
won't
as
be on
well,
a. He
isn't it?
won't be on a ball.
there you go.
And the skill shot's on.
Actually, I mean, if he'd have just steadied himself a little bit, he could have made that quite easily, couldn't he?
Gareth's playing the skill shot here, 100%.
Yeah, he's plumb on it, isn't
Yeah.
he? So straight away, you'd back him to make the skill shot, and you'd back him to take them out from here. Actually,
So just needs to hit this red flush onto the yellow, little bit of screw, but he's just queuing over the red. And with these shots, if you just slightly out, then the more the missable.
yeah, you've got to hit it dead middle, haven't
Yeah,
you?
you've got to push that red through. And Gareth's just queuing over the red slightly, which is making this shot a little bit harder. He still should get it, but he hasn't, and that's the reason why. That's the reason he's missed that, because he's queuing over the yellow, over the red. If he could get his hand on the table then and get his eye line closer to the slate of the bed, he would have made that. But because he's queuing over and his head's a little bit higher, he's
Well,
he's
because he
not-
didn't get it though. I mean, he got back up off the shot, so he obviously had it in his mind. It wasn't
Yeah.
a dead cert, but a very easy chance now for Seb Webb.
Yeah.
It was a big frame this for the butchers as well, and the bench warmers come off the bench. He's about to win 2 out of 2 here, taking out the Preston Star man.
So there's nothing to go wrong now, just a couple of stun shots, and that'll bring it to 5-4. Oh my god! Wow! Just stun it in.
He's not grunted himself, has he?
Nearly.
Honestly. Honestly. Wow.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Why?
Just stun it in. Crazy. Anyway, he got there. I don't know why he's rolled it through beyond me, but anyway, he's got there. Pressure on all the players at the moment. It's a topsy-turvy affair now. You can see one
It is,
team
that was
a little
big frame,
bit.
wasn't it? That was a big frame. I'm not sure. I think it's Gaz Hibbert straight back on again.
Right.
So this is a big one again.
Yeah. If they can get.
He'll be kicking himself that he didn't make that skill shot. The thing
Definitely.
is, he's that good that he could have still got the finish, not going for the skill shot.
Well, he didn't have to go for it that shot. He
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
played another shot and come
Or
back to it.
He could have actually still got down behind them as well.
Yeah.
He could have. So I'd have
But
backed
it was-
him either way. You know what I
But
mean?
it was in the pocket, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
wasn't like it was a hard one.
No.
It was only the fact that he was queuing over the ball that made it
does
harder.
Make it does make it a lot harder. Yeah.
Mm. So Gareth will be back on, and then I think it'll be Gareth, Craig, and then Jason last. I imagine for the Invincibles. I don't know what order the butchers will be going in, but they're back in it now. So it's the first match the first team to get to 7 frames wins the match, and it's best of 12. So if it goes 6 frames all, then we'll have a black ball shootout. So we're 3 frames away from a black ball shootout, as it were, at the moment. So if you want to see a black ball shootout, then you've got to hope that it's 6 all. In a black ball shootout, there'll be a best of 3. So each team will have 3 shots. White in hand behind the line, black on the spot, and it'll be best of 3. So if it goes to a draw after 3, then it'll be sudden death with the white on the brown spot, effectively, the black on the black spot, and then it's sudden death from there, and they have to continue until somebody misses or pots. So coming into the final quarter of this match now, we've got 3 frames effectively to go, unless the Invincibles win the next 2. So big break needed here. Wants the ball. He's made a ball. Made 2. And the Reds look good. I think it'll be Reds for me here. All because of the yellow on the side cushion. So he's looking to see if the red goes in the middle pocket, Andy. The red will go past the yellow to the bottom right corner, so that's not an issue really.
They're not easy though. I mean, they're not gimmies.
No, they're not gimmies, but there's
a few tough balls, isn't there?
There is a few tough balls.
Either
I mean, effectively, he could take yellows and play the yellow to the bottom right and try and flick that off the cushion now. But he's going for the first option that I said. He's going to go for reds. So, I mean, if that red does go past the yellow into the middle pocket, it makes this clearance a lot easier. But it's tight as to whether that red will go past the yellow to the middle. I don't know if we can get a shot of that for you, just to see if it goes.
Lost the cue ball.
He has lost it, but
he has actually been a bit lucky.
He's got lucky, in the and there you see, Andy. It will just go. It will go.
Yeah.
So
it does drop in that left middle. So you want that to be your second to last ball.
Yep, and then he needs to be straightish on that, so he can just drop that in, and then he'll leave himself a decent angle to run the shot. So this needs to be played perfectly now, Andy.
Yeah.
And he needs to screw
it, and you can avoid those yellows and get back onto the red.
Do you come back behind the yellows, or do you come in front of them, Andy?
I think you go behind them with screw back in right hand side. It's not easy, but I think it's the only way you can get there. So.
And I think he'd favour overdoing it really, and then he's got the option of taking it long to the top pocket if needs be. That's what he's looking at. Well, that's where he wants to be. Better to overdo it than undo it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. I think the angle might be just off, going the wrong way.
Yeah. Which means he's going to have to load it up with plenty of juice. I think he can still get there, but it requires good cueing.
He didn't get the right hand side on it. That's what it needed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A bit of right hand side would have just flicked it wider.
So I think that possibly is a double on Andy, but the problem he's got now.
I don't think that doubles it. You mean into the bottom left corner?
Yeah.
I don't think it doubles into the bottom left corner, mate. I'm looking at. I think that. I think it's going to hit the yellow, the first yellow.
Okay. But
maybe the double into the middle. But it's a bit of a crash bang wallop shot, isn't it? It's one of yours. Just play to get the pocket. bit of I'm not sure it's the right option really, because he's Gareth's just playing his Gareth's hands now, really, isn't he? But
Yeah. I mean, Gary's got the option now. He can pot this, cannon the red, and possibly cannon the yellow off the cushion. It's fraught with danger because he could actually snooker himself.
he'd
But
just be looking to tie it up somehow, I think. Here.
see, that's me, Andy. I just attack. That's my problem.
Yeah.
And we are talking a team game as well.
The penny's dropped, I see.
It's not doing me bad, Andy. I don't do bad.
No, you did very well, mate. Very well.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking at it now. He's looking at the shot that I suggested, Andy. If he plays it, then you need to give up the game.
Well, pretty much have anyway, so. Looking to tie things up, I think.
No. No, he's not. He's looking to pot this off the top cushion, kick the red away, and move the yellow off the side cushion.
Jeez.
He's not done anything. Not done anything of the sort. It's a poor shot.
Yeah.
This is such a big area, that, wasn't it, Andy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It wasn't
into
like
the
he had
cushion,
to, yeah,
into the
into
cushion,
the
to the
cushion,
red, freeze the
into-
pocket.
Yeah,
Up. It was a
poor shot.
strange one.
So he's given him a chance now. I mean, he's still in control. He's got 5 yellows to 2, so he's got a lot more options. But he needs to be cautious now, because both them reds will go. Even though you've got to get on them nicely. They both still
It's
go. So
attack time, mate.
it is.
It's definitely attack
yeah.
time.
Oh my God! It's all going on. So.
I told you there was no point in trying to tie anything up there. Flipping heck. I think Gaz knows you're in the commentary box and he's got to go for these kamikaze shots just to prove you right.
But this is, even still, this is...
No, this isn't that easy. I mean, for me, you take the cue ball, you float the red down. Leaving it short.
Really
you don't
short,
want it over the pocket. It's easier to get on the black
yeah.
if it's not over the pocket.
Yeah. So you can just see a little chalk mark on the table. Anywhere just south of that would be good. So he's just bounced it on and off the cushion.
Yeah.
Just leave it higher than the black, which is what he's done. Just needs to slow.
That's perfect.
That's not bad.
That's perfect, that mate. It's a very good shot.
Yeah. I mean, ideally though, he'd want it a little bit higher, wouldn't he? Because
no, I think that's
do you
absolutely
think so?
spot on, mate. There you go.
Yeah, I thought the yellow was a bit closer than that, but he's okay.
Well,
Things are
Preston Invincibles star man has just lost 2 frames on the bounce, and the Butchers from West Yorkshire back in the match at 5 frames all. This match may yet be going to a Black Bull shootout.
And then we will see a few...
and it's Craig Day with all the pressure in the world on him now. He's the one that started this collapse. And it's Jason Taggart who's been tagged. Taggart has been tagged back in for the final session.
And we've got Jason Hill up at the end.
So I think he's come in for Steve Webster, I think, in the final session.
Which is a bold move, really, I think.
Yeah, but Seb Webb's come on and won his frames. And it only says who, it doesn't say how, does it?
Mm-hmm.
So, be an interesting final session. Says this frame one more frame, and then if it's level, it goes to a shootout. If you can post on your Facebook walls, please, and just let everyone know what's going on. Get them to tune in. If you're a fan of Black Ball rules, then please spread the word, spread the gospel.
So it's 5 frames or it's Craig Day to break. He is absolutely gagging to make a ball off this break. And he's going to come up dry. That is bone dry. And first look, yellows.
I don't think he can get a red anyway, so I think it's got to be a yellow. But whether that yellow goes in off the reds into the middle.
I think it does, Andy. I think he can make that first shot. But the problem with that is he's going to tie up a yellow at the bottom end near this.
Yeah.
If he plays that.
If he plays it, you don't want to tie his other yellows up, does he? So he's got to try and be wary of that. But he's got to make sure the pot as well. So I think probably make sure the pot's the priority.
I mean, the thinner the better. If you can just flick off it like that, that's not a bad shot. That keeps everything open.
That's not too bad, is it?
No, I mean it's blocked it slightly, but you can, there's still paths through to make them yellows.
Nothing's easy at this stage.
No. So we're looking at the layout of the table, and there's not really. Yeah, he's looking at a bit of a gap there down the cushion, so he just needs to float this yellow down the cushion. Just screw it out with a little bit of left hand side on it to come past the red, and he wants to land in a gap between 2 reds for the next ball, and he's just about on it. He's just on it.
Is he on that gap? If he's on that gap, then it's a good chance.
Yep, he's just on it. He can just get through the gap. He's looking. He's not looking at the one down the cushion. No, he's right. He's spotted the one that I'm right down the line, and he can get straight through the gap here. And if the yellow goes to the middle pocket, which he's just having a look at now, then this is a good opportunity. So what he's after doing, he's after potting the yellow right through the middle of the gap next to the red, stopping it dead, playing the yellow into the middle pocket. Right, okay, he's going to go that way. Okay. Could have played that way, could have played the other way.
I like the way he played
that.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Onto the bad ball early.
So he just wants to land on this straightish now. He's on it nicely.
Come on.
So it's all about the black now. I think does the black go in the middle pocket, Andy? The right middle?
I can't see from here, but there's other pockets anyway, so.
Well, if it doesn't go in the right middle, then he's only got the bottom left.
That's right,
and the top right. So he's got 2 pockets for the black. So
I think with where the yellows are, it'd be easier to play for it into the top right anyway.
He's just solved that problem for himself.
Well, yep, there we are. It now goes in the bottom right,
which is an easier pot if you can get position. So now he's just looking to leave himself a decent angle now, so he can just stun up towards the blue spot, as it were, or snooker tables. Anywhere near there leaves him a nice comfortable black. So I fancy he's going to take this one on the right first. Just play it with a bit of check side, bit of left hand side on it, straighten it up. Needs to be wary though that when you're playing it with check, it can slow down off the cushions. So, and he's stretching slightly for that one, so it might be a change of plan. But the problem with going,
I still think it's the right ball to take though. Take the ball bottom right.
Definitely, because it
like you say, you just gotta play it confidently when you're playing it with check. Don't hit it half-hearted and land short.
It's easy to leave this shot.
Because the check takes the pace out of it when it hits the cushion, doesn't it?
And he's using the rest. So, I mean, he should get on it right, but this shot can go wrong. I've seen it happen plenty of times. I'd rather be high than low.
Absolutely spot on. Very good shot.
Come on, Tag. So good it's, mate. Come on.
Head towards the blue spot. Underdone it a little bit.
Yeah.
If he'd have hit the blue spot there, he would have been like perfect. But he's fine there, isn't he?
Yeah.
I fancy him to make this decent QS.
Just needs to push through this. He's overdone it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Once again, Andy, it's
One frame barmy
look
pool.
at his face. Look at his face.
You can't believe it, can he? One frame barmy pool.
Oh,
But he just rushed it, didn't he?
He did rush it. He
He
knows
just-
he rushed it. Look
yeah.
at Steve. Look at Steve in the background.
Wants to kill him, doesn't he? Wow.
Once
to
again,
get, to
it's
get
just
back to 5-all.
that was to go 6-5.
I know, to get back to 5-all
know,
and
and then do
then
that.
go and miss that black. Come on. And what's worse, he missed in the first session, he got tagged out, dropped out, got tagged back in for the second session, for this last session. If he's come back in and misses that black, then and doesn't win the frame.
Craig's played a safety. I think he can hit this black. I think he can hit it. He can just clip it. Well, he's looking at coming off the side cushion, off the bottom cushion with side. Which is, if he clips it thin, he could pot it.
It's a dilemma with these shots as to what pace to play them at.
Yeah.
Do you go 100% for the pot, or
Yeah,
do you
and
play it trying to leave
get
it
it over
bag
the O.
if it doesn't go? It's
But the slower you hit it, the more you tend to hit it thick, don't you, and push it.
yeah, exactly. You're less if you play it slow, you're less likely to get the pot,
Yeah,
aren't you? You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you either got to decide, which you want more. But
It seems a big shot though. I can't see how he can swerve enough. It seems he's looking at it, but I don't think it's on.
well, he can get through the gap,
You
so
think
it
so?
hits the side cush,
I
the
know,
side kicks
but I
in.
don't. It's a big swerve, this, Andy. It's a big shot to take on. Yeah, that was. He's got into it too well, really.
Yeah.
He swerved it too much at
Did
the
it-
end of the
did
day.
Exactly, it didn't need all that, did it? It didn't need jacking
no,
up like that.
No.
It needed to hit the cushion and then the side kick in, not to have moved before it got there.
Yeah. So, Craig's got a decent opportunity here. I imagine that he's gonna. He's got red on the side cushion. Just depends how he lands on this. He'll most probably land on that red on the side cushion and then take one of them reds either to the middle or the top pocket. But he wants to try and get on it as early as he can in an ideal world, but he's just not. I don't think he'll take the one to the middle because he's not going to leave him. He's going to take this one long for me. Yeah, he's taking this one long. First shot. He wants to get back for the one near the middle. Oh my god. And he's not
Well,
completely snookered, but the only pocket it goes in is the one where the red is.
Does it go? Does it slip in there? I mean, that red's not over the pocket, is it? He's not even looking at it though.
No, it doesn't go, but it could. It could. It's so hard from there, Andy.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it looked like that red moved away from the pocket a bit more than maybe what it has done.
Yeah, it's quite close to the pocket.
You see that quite a bit with these, where they draw and they
yeah.
stay there.
Yeah, they do.
You think,
They
what?
don't go anywhere, do they?
That's what I mean. You think it'll draw. You think, oh, that'll go.
Fuck it.
A little dance move from the taggers. But inside he'll be in turmoil. Kicking himself. He'd love to have that black again.
Oh. Would he?
Thing is, when he got the rest out and he took his time and he played that rest shot absolutely
Perfect.
A1 perfect.
And then the next shot.
Next shot left it short for no reason. Short for no reason. And
Craig's played a decent shot there. He's left him a look at this black. But the only issue is that he can't play it naturally up the cushion, because if he went for the pot up the cushion, the white's going straight in the middle pocket. So Craig's left him a look at this, and I think the only shot he's got is to hit it thick and play it in the opposite middle. Well, he's played off the jaw. He's played it off the jaw, and
the banter's kicking in.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little
The
bit going on
The
now.
West Yorkshire boys, the shutters to the bar came up an hour ago, and the banter's kicking in now. Love their pool and they love their banter.
So Craig's got another decent opportunity now. He needs to settle himself down. He needs to take this.
Pin neck.
And the problem is now is that these two reds do go, but you need to be behind them for.
Come on,
for the
neck on the line time. Yes or no?
just because of where the red is in the middle of the table, I'm going to say yes, because he's going to take this one in the middle, then he's going to go up the table, take the one over the corner, and then he'll have he should leave. He's just looking at it now. He needs the angle to pop that red to the bottom left pocket in the middle of the table, and then stun over to where his cue is now, because that the bottom red goes into the middle pocket and the top red goes into the corner
Don't be
pocket.
straight on this.
So you don't want to be
Don't
straight.
It's gone wrong first shot, Lee.
Yep. So now, even this red is so close to the corner pocket, it's just off the cushion.
He's playing the snooker. He's playing the snooker.
No, he can't play the snooker.
I'm telling you.
No, he can't. He can't.
If he can stop him from
He has
getting
to
to
go.
the side cushion,
No,
if he can stop
he's
him
going
getting
for this,
to it.
Andy. He can miss this. Oh, it's a great shot. That's a great shot. That is. I tell you what, that is one of the best shots I've seen. It was brilliant to play that shot at that pace. Was a top shot, because these pockets are playing very, very tight when you play them down the cushions at pace. They seem to fly in when you're just rolling them.
It was
There's
a good
no
shot
issues.
it was a good shot when there was such an easy snooker there.
Andy, you've got to go out in a blaze of glory, mate. You can't be going out with leaving balls over
Well,
holes.
we've just seen the angle what he would have left
Right.
him. No, he couldn't get to the right hand side.
He still needs to cue this, Andy. He needs to cue this, needs to get hold of it. If he don't get hold of it, he won't be on it. He's on it just. He's on it just. He's on it just. He's left it a little bit more tricky than it should have been, because he needed to cue it in and get the white to bite, didn't he, Andy? He needed to
Yeah,
to do it
play
slow
a bit slower, didn't he?
and get it to really bite. He tried to, but it's so easy to decelerate on them sort of shots. So now he's left himself a tricky shot to the corner, and it's again he's got to slow screw it, because he needs to hold.
Come on, Ty.
Wowzers! It's all happening here in Rill.
Oh, and the
It's-
laughing and banter started now. They're all giggling and looking at the Invincibles.
First time in the match that the West Yorkshire team have gone in front.
And what a time to go in front when there's only one frame left. And here comes a guy that's stepped in and not lost the frame yet. He's been a good sub for him, hasn't
Seb Webb.
he? Yeah.
Seb Webb's on. I'm not sure whether he's playing Jason or Gaz.
I think he's playing Jason.
So the Preston Invincibles need to win this frame to take it to a Black Bull shootout. We're close to the end of the match. If, like I've asked you before, if you can just share it on your Facebook pages and let everyone know that we're one frame from a Black Bull shootout.
So if you want to see a black ball shootout, then you've got a plum for Jason Hill here to make it 6 each. So Jason's just come back into the arena. Getting ready to start this final frame.
Every match so far, Lee, on this TV table today, has gone to deciding frame,
Really?
and this one's no exception now.
Right. Well,
It would be fitting if it went to a shootout. I think we'd all like to see a Blackpool shootout.
yeah, because
The viewers' numbers are going up all the time. Everyone's getting interested back home.
So the Butchers have basically got a free shot at the semi-finals now. You know, they've got that little parachute.
The Blackpool shootouts are great to watch. They're horrible to play in.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, what a horrible roll that is.
He's not on it.
No, you can't see it. You can't get to yellow.
It's touching ball. Is it? He's scratching his head. That's unbelievable. Crazy. I mean, it's not a clear-cut opportunity because there's a red stuck in between the yellows.
Could do with the ref here, really, couldn't we?
Yeah.
This situation. Someone wake Mel up.
I don't think it is touching because no, it's not because he's playing away. Is he at a cushion? He has it at a cushion. So he's potted the ball off the break, and then he's proceeded not to pot a ball from the open table. So it's still open table now. So Jason has got his choice of colours. This is Jason's type of frame. He enjoys this frame. You know, there's a little bit of work to be done on it on each set. And you know, Jason's not afraid of playing tactical shots and getting involved in tactical frames. So he's a good solid player to have in this position. But it looks like he's spotted some sort of plant. It's a big shot.
I don't think Jason will be pushing the boat out here.
I don't think
keep it. He knows that Seb's the one with the more pressure on him in this frame. So, like you said, he's got a bit of a free. No, apology, I've got that confused on. It's the other way around. Jason's the one that has to win this frame. Seb's got a bit of a free go at it. If anything, Seb's more likely to push.
He played a great shot there. That's a great shot.
Picked one out, didn't he?
He has picked one out.
Just the yellow next to the black.
Yeah,
now.
he's played a good shot. I think that goes. I think the yellow next to the black will go in the bottom right corner.
Do you think so? Yeah.
I think if we can just pan round.
Don't know about that. It's tight.
I'm going to put my neck on the line and say it does.
Well, it's a big neck.
Giving me some abuse today, Andrew. It's okay. I'll take it on one of my chins.
Good one.
So we might flick this red out of the way now, Andy.
Yeah,
if you don't go.
Yeah.
A little bit aside. Just flick it out of the way.
Yeah, because it'd be on the yellow in the bottom left, so it's a good chance. It's either that or
I could flick the black. It depends. I don't know what's stopping it from going. It must go.
It goes. It must go, or you would have tried to do something different there. So your neck is safe for another day.
Phew. But he's just left that a little bit short, hasn't he? He's a little bit short.
Yeah, he has.
And he's going towards the red.
Than what he needed there.
He might have to stun through the gap and leave this yellow to the bottom right corner if he can't miss the red.
He's just floating it.
He's just missed the red. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good position.
So now
possibly play for the yellow next to the black
definitely,
now.
Definitely,
this, rather than leave it till last.
Yeah. Leave it short so you can run it on and off the cushion, or don't overdo it so you're running towards the left. Leave it short, if anything, so you're running it. He's overdone it. Not for me. Not for me, that shot.
No, not for me either. I'd have took the yellow next to the black.
Definitely. And left it short, Andy, and then you're running it off the cushion and coming back out into the middle.
Short or straight.
Short or straight. And you don't want to be the wrong side.
I just felt it. If it is tight, then I felt that was the ball to get on it.
Yeah,
to get close to it.
Definitely.
Make sure you're on it.
And now he's awkward bridging. He's left-handed as well, which makes this harder shot.
The fact that he's bridging does change this shot a lot.
So he could overdo this. It's all going wrong. It is all going wrong for the Invincibles.
Come on, Jen.
Steve Webster getting his sons confused. Doesn't even know who's who.
So he's got first shot, bring this ball out. There's no obstacles really now.
Jason will be kicking himself there,
my
won't
God.
he? He will be kicking himself. If he'd have just took them 2 yellows the other way round, adrenaline kicked in and he overscrewed
He's
it.
just-
and
yeah.
all of a sudden, what looks an absolute sit is gone. It's the adrenaline of one frame team pool, isn't it?
Mm.
When you kind of analyse the frames back afterwards, there's very few frames that are a bit more adrenaline there. Look,
Where's he
more
going?
adrenaline there.
Oh my God, you're joking. What are we watching now? Where is he going, Andy? Where is he going?
Mate, I have got no idea. I don't know
He's
what
got
he was.
4 balls to land on.
I don't know
He
what
can
he
be
was playing there.
anywhere in the middle of the table. He's going to have an option,
I don't know what he
and
was
he's
playing
nearly
there.
screwed it off in the corner pocket.
I know. He had like a 6 foot of table to go into, and he picked the
he's-
2 inches,
Which he can't put a ball in. Oh my God! So he's looking at
He's
a
playing the
double and
snooker.
playing safe.
playing the snooker.
Yeah, he's looking at a double.
And has he blocked the up and down? He has. He's blocked the up and down as well, so it's not a bad hit from
It's
there.
not a bad hit, but I don't think. I think Jason's favourite for me from this position now. I think if he can flick this yellow, it's tight.
The yellow top left. Which yellow do you mean?
He can't. He just can't hit it, can he?
I
He
see-
just
I
can't see it.
Myself, I certainly think that red's a favourite in this.
Don't get me wrong. I thought he could see that yellow then. Next to the black.
Confused. When you said that you thought Jason was favourite, you didn't mean Jason's favourite. I can see why I got confused now.
I thought Jason could see that yellow over the bottom end of the table. I thought he could have played a decent safety and put him under pressure, but he can't. So forget everything I said in the last minute. So he's looking at.
We'll see if we can get this edited, Lee. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Get the gaffs.
I think I've done pretty well so
Get the
far.
gaffs cut out.
So this is a nice time for you not to be on the shot clock.
For me, Jason's number one here is you don't give away 2 shots.
Is he looking
So
at
I don't
coming
know
round
why?
off?
Why is he looking at coming off that cushion and hitting that ball?
Oh, I don't like this.
Why?
I don't know.
Come on, Seth.
Why not just make sure you hit the other yellow and leave the pressure on Seb Webb?
Just giving away that free shot. I don't think the free shot is going to take it. It's going to. I mean, if he's going to take the free shot,
Well, the one thing you could do, I know you don't like to think negatively, but he could put the yellow that's by the top left, and then he's got complete control and he can play another snooker down the bottom end of the table there, but develop his red that's by the right cushion,
yeah.
leave a total snooker, and then next time he'll have an easy finish guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, it is an easy finish now. It's not, they all go,
Yeah, they do.
but he's under a bit of pressure.
That's what I mean. So get rid of that yellow and then you re-evaluate. But he's got the option, if he wants it now, of laying another snooker.
Which is what he's going to do.
Yeah, and develop this ball a little bit, and it makes the finish easier for next time. Well, he's thinking, it's there, let's do it. If he's plumb on this to the middle, he might take it now. There you go.
Yeah, but
He could have gone either or there, couldn't he? Either or. Yeah, I can see the argument for either way.
it's half-hearted though, isn't it, Andy? I mean,
All I'm saying is, right, the red that he just played, yeah, as it happened, he got on it really good. And if I'd have got on it that good, I'd have probably thought, right, well, let's do him now.
Do it now, yeah.
But initially, when he was potting the yellow over the pocket, I was thinking, well, he's got the option if he wants of just developing that ball and leaving it where he's left the cue.
It could make this a bit tricky now if he hits it, which he has done, which he has hit it, and he's got. I know he's going to be most probably in the snooker again, but he's just, for me there. He's played an half-hearted attempt at a clearance when it was. What did I say?
Yeah, yellow first.
Yellow first. It was definitely right.
Yeah, it was a legal shot.
Yeah, it was. So, like I just say, I think he's just given away a golden opportunity to win the frame there, because there was no obstacles. And admittedly, he's still in control, but now his balls are getting more and more tied up now and on cushions.
But I know what you're saying, but the golden rule is he's just not letting Jason see.
No, but there's if Jason's missing a trick here for me.
Yeah,
if he comes two cushions,
two cushions could go off the
yeah,
red,
definitely. He's missed a trick there for me.
Yeah, because it could have gone off the red.
Yeah, if it goes off the red in the middle pocket, he's on the black.
Yeah.
But he's hit it well enough. He's left it near a pocket, so this is it again now. Does he play this? Does he play this over the
decent crowd in for the end of this match as well.
Yeah, there's a few people
see the
coming
conclusion of the match. I'm sure they'd like to see it go to a Black Bull shootout, although lots of them obviously West Yorkshire fans.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the fans at home would like to watch the Black Bull shootout.
So now what does he do now, Andy? He's not in a good position to lay a snooker. He's got a red down the cushion. Does he want to hang it? Does he want to hang it and leave Jason a shot of the yellow? No. So now he's taken out a clearance that was harder than the one before.
Yes, I completely agree.
So
I do agree, mate.
He's put himself in a position where he had a chance to win the match before, and now he's got to take a harder finish out to win it. This is it. If this goes in, they win. And it couldn't be any better on it, could it?
If this goes in, then that'll be the match. So we won't be going to a shootout.
It couldn't be any better on this. But he's left it near the cushion.
Yeah.
And he's off at an angle, and he's a little bit.
Well, it's been a David Fairclough performance here from the substitute Seb Webb.
So is he thinking of coming round the back?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, we've got a good angle on the black into the middle pocket here.
And it's dead straight. Yeah. And it's all over.
And there we have it. The Butchers are into the semi-finals, beating the Invincibles by 7-5. We almost have the Black Bull shootout, but it wasn't to be this time.
Oh, boys, you had your chances. You had big chances from, I think we were 4-1 up or 4-2 up in that match. You had a few chances, great day.
The action will continue to come all day. We'll be back shortly with the next match, so stay tuned.